guys, welcome into my workout. All right, I'm getting it in right now, and y'all know I be having, when I'm grounded in nature, the downloads that I be having, and it's Mercury retrograde. First and foremost, if you're new to the channel, hey, join the family. Okay, this video, the intention for this video is to explain one love, explain why if a belief does not serve you, let it go. So if a belief does not serve you, stop believing that shit, okay? And I'm gonna discuss like religion today, because it was this video that I watched, and when my mother called me, it was like an interview with Billy Carson and a pastor and somebody else, right? And in my opinion, like the way that it was, whoever was the guy, I can't think of his name, but whoever was the guy who podcast it was, he should have been more in control of the narrative and how the situation was playing out, because it was like Billy Carson would talk and then the pastor would talk, but the pastors kept speaking over Billy Carson. So I feel like the narrative of the situation could have been better, but it's like, anyway, so they're going back and forth basically, but Billy Carson really just kind of letting him speak and allowing him to get everything he want to get out, and then he speaks. As soon as Billy Carson gets into his first sentence, the man is so offended, the pastor is so offended by Billy Carson's statement that he can't even help but to start offending Billy Carson and coming for his he came for his education basically, and was trying to say, oh well, you took a 2-day course or whatever week course at Harvard, and basically like, who are you, right? And this is the thing that a lot of people run into when they try to, like, when you try to reach a masses. That is the thing in our society where people don't really want to hear what you have to say, or even care to think about what you have to say. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? And Billy Carson, I love him for that, because he is one of the major people that's out here who knows who he is, right? But when you look into the research, when you double down into the stories, it adds up. So for the people, the free thinkers, to my free thinkers here, because most of us here are free thinkers, and to the people that are brainwashed into their beliefs, people could say we brainwashed too, right? So my mom calls me and she's like, she literally said, after the whole thing, after we watched the thing together, and like me personally, I'm still I still get a little offended sometimes because in my perspective, I have a Libra stellium. So I'm looking at the situation as, you calling my phone, you know I'm siding with Billy Carson. I know you siding with the pastor. But she's an Aries, so, warrior energy. And that's my past life energy, so. But I got to get into the Libra energy in this life, so. I'm like, you know what? Polarity. Because to me, it's disrespectful. And I feel like you constantly trying to convert me. Like, them Christians that's constantly trying to put you and convert you into being a Christian, and you telling them, and they're not listening to nothing you talking about. They just brainwashed, so they just spreading their knowledge. So it is what it is. I don't even get offended no more. That's why I wasn't even, I was, but I wasn't, because I'm like, how you mad? This is just their program. This is just their belief that serves them. So let's get to the point. This is their belief that serves them. Okay? Now, after the interview, my mom's like, yes, and nobody could ever tell me about the blood of Jesus and da-da-da. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely respect Jesus and his journey, and I even work with him in candle magic sometimes. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against them. But my thing is, I do have something against people, and I hate to say it like that, but I'm not going to say I have something against them, but I see them, and it kind of is unfortunate that they have not had the freedom to be able to think for themselves. like how I worded that. Okay, so that's how I feel about it. And my goal, my mission here on this planet is to wake up the collective, to raise the vibration. So, and a lot of times we get put in place in families that will force us into our journey too. So, you got to think about all of that. So I came here for a job, you came here for a job. Now she's like, no matter what, because mom is in the history and everything. She's like, I looked into the history, but it's like nobody could tell me nothing about my faith, right? So I'm telling her, I study Billy Carson often, you know what I'm saying? And one of the things I remember he said, and he was in Apalaca, Florida as a kid, outside of a hot laundromat. And he was able to, his skin was cooled through his mental power of getting out of his situation. It started breaking up, but they at the laundromat, poor, he's tired of being like that, So through mental power, through that pain, it pushed him into his power to realize how he can make himself cool. He started envisioning that. He touched his arm was cool to touch, then he knew his power. Nobody could tell him nothing about that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. So this is another message to, number one, do you no matter what. Because everybody's going around with belief systems that serve them. Even the bum has a belief system that if they get up every day and make this money and beg so many people, they're going to have the money for their drugs and da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a mission. So I said all that to say, let's not get so deterred by other people's mission. But let's first, number one, establish what are my beliefs. Because some of us are just walking around, we don't even know what our beliefs are because we too busy in the belief of someone else. And we just kind of are following behind another brainwashed person who ain't even really critically thinking, right? Or like a lot of churches and pastors, it's like me when I was in church, like the type of experiences I had in church never was like the spiritual experiences I had on my path, my occult path. And it's like I was just literally following, like here every day, every Sunday, every Wednesday at the little church event. And it just used to be like, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It didn't never really serve me, but it serves my mom. So, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta look into what serves you. Because for some of you guys, being a Christian may serve you. It may serve you because everybody don't want to have to think for themselves. Everybody don't want to have to do that. Everybody don't want to have to, create and build a life. And they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. And I get that. You know, for some people it's too much. So, hey, but for my free thinkers, my critical thinkers, my creators, my gods, my goddesses, challenge those belief systems that you may have been believing for a while. That somebody may have told you that you just went with. Like, even when y'all get this information from me, challenge it. And I always tell y'all to do your own research. Because through mastery of something is where you really gain your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really just, in my opinion, believe in something so heavy that you have not mastered. And because even with mom studies the Bible, like, master yourself at something, build your belief system on something, and rock and roll with that. You know what I'm saying? And do not allow others to infiltrate that. And I feel like, because at the same time too, it's like, at the end of the day, and how we get back to the theme of like how I was going to talk about one love, everybody's doing the same thing in different ways to achieve, because everybody really wants the same things in life. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things that people want most times is geared towards love, no matter what you want to say. No matter what you want to say. Men, they work hard, this and the third, so that they can provide for the ones that they're going to love. I just seen a blue jay. Women, we look good. We do this, we do all that stuff. Yes, we do it for ourselves, but we do it because you look good, you feel good, you attract good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and what are you attracting? Love. You're attracting love. Whether you're attracting it through friendships, whether you're attracting it through your experience, whether you're attracting it through people. Everybody wants to be loved. So, I said that to say too, just because somebody doesn't have the same belief system as you, doesn't mean that y'all can't communion. Like, I was also speaking with two of my homegirls separately about how certain people in your life are for certain reasons to play certain roles. Everybody in your life cannot be like you. Everybody in your life can't have the same belief system as you. Because what the fuck are you going to learn? What are you going to learn? And what are they going to give you if they're exactly like, you know what I'm saying? So, yes. That is all I have for this video. That was just something I just wanted to talk to you guys about. Because in my opinion, that whole little meeting they had is them getting caught up into the wrong shit. Like, y'all debating this, that, and the third, and it's just like, let's talk about how we could come together and change the world. Bring this black king and this black queen together, pastor or not, this person, God or not. You know what I'm saying? But we be so stuck in judgments and things like that that we can't get past that. We can't, you know, so yeah. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. And love you guys. I love you. Love yourself. Peace.